Show. You're joined by me, Clyde, and my partner in crime, Kim.
What's up, guys?
So today we're going to review Raw and wrestling related news that happened during the week.
Yeah, live from Philadelphia. Raw this past Monday. Do you want to start off the show? We should.
Awesome. So it started with Dean Ambrose. He came into the ring. Carly Caruso, welcomed him and asked him if there's anything to what Braun Strowman said about um, Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins needing Ambrose more than he needs them. So Ambrose said there is truth to that, and where like Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns are both champions, and Dean Ambrose have no championships, and Rollins quickly replaced him with Jason Jordan.
Yeah,
So Caruso asked Ambrose if he ever thinks of leaving
the
leaving
Shield.
the Shield, yeah, and the people just started chanting, yes, yes, yes.
But basically, he ended with saying that it's a brotherhood. They will never break up, right?
Yes. So the thing is, like they've teased it for so long, it's starting to get boring.
Yeah, it is.
Like,
But the events up to that during the show, though, it was interesting to see how Rollins and Ambrose like actually fought, like had like baby, like
yes, yes. But we're
yeah.
not there yet.
Yeah, we're not there yet. But yeah, keeping it moving, there was a point where Braun Strowman, Dolph Ziggler, Drew McIntyre, and with a two-man shield, basically.
Yes. And Ambrose, it was a good
Was
fight.
Yeah, it was. Basically, then I think it was decided that Seth is going to face Drew McIntyre to like join the World Cup
Yes.
tournament to determine who's the best in the world.
Yeah, that's also a weird one.
Yeah, because they already fought, right? But now they had like single matches during the
Yeah, it's
night.
always different variations of the same thing.
Yeah, always like they're not doing like what SmackDown is doing. They're using basically almost all their stars on Raw. It's just like a
Yeah,
few that they.
for one feud, 6 stars for one feud.
Yeah, and it's like throughout the actual event. It's not like you get
Yeah,
that and then that's it.
it's weird.
Yeah, but
So yeah,
like I mentioned with the World Cup tournament, we on SmackDown there was already John Cena, Randy Orton, Jeff Hardy, and Kurt Angle. So obviously it was decided to out from
but
Seth Rollins and Drew
John Cena
McIntyre.
isn't SmackDown though. He's a wild card, so he can go to whatever show he wants.
Okay, but I think he's represented SmackDown because it's 4-4.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, because even Kurt Angle, he like I don't know, he beat. I
he
can't
beat
remember.
Baron Corbin.
Oh yeah, Baron
So
Corbin.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay,
yeah,
so
so
it was
basically they
Dean
are SmackDown.
Ambrose versus Braun Strowman. Was this one also
No,
for the World
no,
Cup?
no. Actually, it was Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre, and then Rollins obviously won because Ambrose saved the day
No,
after
it was
Ziggler
first
interfered.
Dean Ambrose versus Braun
So,
Strowman.
but wasn't that the tag match? Because Dean Ambrose and
No,
Dolph Ziggler fought.
it was Dean Ambrose versus Braun Strowman, and then they had like an attack, and then it was Roman Reigns versus Dolph Ziggler.
Oh, oh. I watched the
Yes,
catch up. Okay. Ooh, that's what happened. Okay. So that's how they had a two-man show because Ambrose was nowhere to be seen, basically. So it was 3-2. Ambrose was
yes,
missing in action.
no.
Yes, it wasn't all three of them. It was a 3-2. Yes.
Oh,
Ooh.
yes, I'm wrong.
Well, halfway. I think I was wrong too. Yeah, but then basically I think the Shield lost, right? Or there was some type of interference because Baron Corbin came out and then announced single matches for the World Cup tournament. Seth Rollins versus
Yes,
Drew
yes,
McIntyre.
yes.
And then obviously that match ended. Ziggler interfered. And then Ambrose came out to save the day. And then Rollins won that match. So he basically joins the other four SmackDown people. So he's for the World Cup.
So
So,
again,
from where?
um, did you say Rollins for SmackDown?
No, no. Rollins basically joins the rest of the small four SmackDown
Oh,
opponents
yeah, yeah, yeah.
from Raw. So technically, there's three spots left because he won.
Yes.
There we
And
go.
I'm just trying. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, what happened next?
Next, they had backstage Bobby Roode, Chad Gable, and Kurt Angle. I mean, obviously,
Yes, yes.
yeah, they were like trying celebrating Kurt Angle's comeback and
Yeah.
him disguising himself to win and all
Yeah,
of
that
that.
was like I don't know what they're doing with Bobby Roode. He's just there.
He's just there, yeah. See, but you want to discuss Bobby Roode. I want to discuss Kurt Angle. Didn't he look different? Like on Raw, he was like this old man limping, but or when he was,
Yes,
but on
yes.
SmackDown, for some reason, he didn't have a limp. It's either he was faking
How
the
it
limp
was he
or
limping?
not like how he walked, like he walked, man, like so in Mecca, you
Oh
know,
yes,
to
I
the
see what
one
you mean.
side, to the one side. But on SmackDown, for some reason, the way he fought was like he didn't have any lump, like he wasn't like,
Yeah, injured or anything.
yeah,
But that's
because
the thing. He's not. I don't know. Maybe he just needed a vacation.
the vacation was good for him. Maybe it's just the
Yes.
age that got to him though, because I
No, but
mean,
he can still bring it. Like, look at this
he
match where like suplexed Baron Corbin.
he can still bring it, but you can clearly see like his days. It's like he really went through a lot wrestling. Like he's
Yeah,
slower. It makes sense, and his
definitely.
body, just like when he stands, you can see his body is like leaning towards one side. Don't you
Yeah,
notice that? Like I
I
mean,
don't notice the lean.
even with the tag match with him, Rousey versus H and Stephanie, like the way he fought was like you could see the old man fighting. But like for some reason against when on SmackDown it was different though. Like last week, he was like fighting like this is somebody
Mm,
else. Like you know what I
yeah,
mean? So you
I'm just
nobody could
thinking.
have noticed that. Like just watch it. Watch the last week's match again, that
Yeah,
tournament, and then all these
yes.
other times coming out as GM on Raw, how he like walked and that. Just like
I'm thinking, just thinking he had a good vacation.
yeah, like you said, he just needed a vacation. I mean, that's
Okay,
how it
so
ended. Yeah.
what
So
happened after that?
Dean Ambrose versus Dolph Ziggler qualification for the World Cup tournament. Yeah. Do you want to speak or should I?
I'm just trying to get my footing.
Footing.
Yes, okay, so it was. So that was just the normal Dean Ambrose versus Dolph Ziggler match, but at the end, when Dean accidentally hit Seth Rollins, that was it's so cheesy. Like he never accidentally hits him, but just now when they're having their issues, he somehow accidentally hits Seth.
Yeah. I guess it's part of the storyline. But I
But
mean, it
it's
basically like what happened between Dean Ambrose and Dolph Ziggler was kind of like a mirror effect
yeah,
the match before because McIntyre got involved and then Rollins came out. Unfortunately, it didn't work in Ambrose's favor because
yeah.
he,
So
yeah, he, yeah,
he
because he
lost,
lost. Exactly.
and it was with a super kick.
Yeah. That was like freak weird. I wish I was like actually front row to see that. That
Yeah.
was weird.
So then they started like pushing each other, Dean Ambrose and Seth, and then Roman Reigns came out and he wanted to be the peacekeeper. So Baron Corbin also came out and he said he didn't want the Shield to break. That was so weird when he said he didn't want to. the Shield to break up on his
He's
watch.
like, yeah.
But yeah, it's the Shield.
Yeah, and then didn't he like announce a match against the Shield
Yes.
and the other
Versus
three
Ziggler, McIntyre, and Braun Strowman.
the same night?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
and they already.
And they really had like a tussle in the beginning. So basically, we
Yeah.
saw them like how many times throughout the night. I get this is the
Yes.
biggest feud right now, but still, like, it shouldn't overpower your other people.
Yes. I think that's the thing. If it was that this was a bigger show and they had a good mid card, like the other stuff is also good, then it would have been a problem. But they're putting so much on this that they don't take the other stuff into consideration even.
Which could potentially be way better as well, like what we want to
Would be way
see.
better. Because
Yeah,
that the same feud in the beginning, the same feud at the end, same stuff, same thing.
yeah. I guess enough now with you seem that you're not a fan of Reigns, so keep it moving.
Um,
We had the
then
same match
was
again, the same
Finn.
match.
Then again, the same thing. Finn Balor with Bailey versus Jinder Mahal with Alicia
Yeah,
Fox.
and hey, we had both Singh brothers
Oh
reunited.
yeah, I
Yeah,
think that's they probably like okay. There's a new Singh brother with, so that will change the match. But it's still the same
it's
match that
still the
they
same.
have every week.
And Balor keeps on winning. I mean, I think
Yeah,
Mahal didn't win a match yet. Fox, what's the name? Foxy, Alicia Fox didn't win a match yet as well. It's
like
always Balor
going
and
nowhere.
Bailey. Yes. And then as soon as Balor won, Bobby Lashley came out.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I like this
and
Bobby.
I
I like
thought
this Lashley. I like this
me
Lashley, bro.
too.
This is the Lashley we needed. Unfortunately for Lashley, he's not good on the mic, so he needs to be like a bad guy that just destroys everyone.
Like
Because
Brock Lesnar.
because for a good guy, you need to have mic skills. And like,
Yeah,
what good
'cause
guy had managers? Tell me. What good guy or good girl had managers? Tell me. No one.
that's the yeah exactly. I'm trying to think now.
Me also. Like no one. It's normally the bad characters that have the managers,
Yes.
and there's always something. Come on, like I mean, I want to see more Leo Rush actually being this conniving manager. Like it's
Yeah,
not
that's
like
cool.
he's just there because they want him to be there. Like he's actually
Mm.
doing something. He would like Lashley was showing his physique and like doing all this much muscle stretches and shit like that.
Yeah, like he's
Yeah,
just the man.
yeah. This is
That's
the Lashley I
perfect,
like.
that guy. Yeah.
He is
So versus Tyler Breeze. I want to talk about Tyler Breeze. That guy is just off the radar.
for the weird partner. For some reason, I feel like Tyler Breeze and Fandango, they like good wrestlers, but because they fit nowhere, they have to have this stupid characters. But it's interesting when
No, but the
he
thing
is.
is, he had a Tyler Breeze had a character in NXT, and it was so entertaining because he had like this girly voice, and he always took selfies of himself, and like he would talk, and then he would like look himself in the mirror. He had this whole thing going, and it was funny, and he was a great wrestler as well. So it was fun to watch him on NXT. But then he came here, and they just removed most of his character.
Yeah, I think we already noticed that anyone coming from NXT, whether you were the baddest person on NXT,
Yeah,
basically your career is
yeah.
kind of
Unless
going
unless you're
downhill.
like a really big dude, like Drew McIntyre, he has the look.
Look, like I told you, the last person that came from NXT that really did something was Kevin Owens. For
Yeah,
in my
exactly.
opinion, in
And
my
Finn
opinion,
Balor, before his injury, like he won the Raw Universal. He was the first Raw Universal Champion. So he also would have. I feel if he didn't have the injury, he would have like gone on to very big things.
yeah. Basically, what Styles is doing, we would have been as excited because they kind of the same in a sense
Yes.
of like you don't expect them to go that far,
Yeah.
but they did. You know what I mean?
Yes. Exactly.
So it's like, yeah, because I mean, if you look at Styles, you don't see him as like, wow, this is not conventional for WWE, but
Yeah.
yet, because
But
of the
now I
fans.
can't. I don't see the championship with or the championship like scene without AJ Styles.
Yeah, you don't.
He's the man.
But it's weird though because with his title, they don't make SmackDown the main event. They always make it like the third fight of the night when it comes to the pay-per-views.
Yeah, yeah,
They
exactly.
focus more on Raw, which is understandable, but I mean, you
If
kind of
because
have
the
to
main
take a
show.
back seat. Yeah, but you have to take a back seat if you know SmackDown is, rocking
But
it.
I think Raw also like the characters on they sell more merchandise.
Is maybe that's why.
Yeah, for kids.
Um,
Blame children for it. But anyway, after Bobby Lashley beat um Tyler Breeze in a squash match, we had Trish Stratus come out, and then she was joined by Lita.
okay. Do you wanna like? I actually didn't see that.
Okay, so Lita was talking, and then she was interrupted by Alexa Bliss's music, and then she was joined by Mickey James.
Oh.
And then she also started talking nonsense. She said they're gonna humiliate Lita and Stratus,
Mhm.
and
Is this
then
on Raw? Like, did they actually fight on Raw? Is this for Evolution build up?
yeah, it was for Evolution build up.
Okay.
So they were just talking. Um, Mickey James told her that she hasn't been in the WWE for a long time, and yeah, they were just talking of each other. I was really bored by this.
But I can't wait for Evolution though. I mean, it's good for the women division. So I actually
Yeah,
want to see it. Yeah, if it's like an annual thing, then it would be cool. Not like a once-off thing. Like I want it to be like an annual thing, and
yeah,
slowly, like in a few years time, maybe 2 or 3, they feature less older
yeah,
like female stars. I know they're doing it now because there's not enough feuds and maybe also trying to like show respect for the older ladies. But I mean,
yeah. I think they're making too much of the older, because they have enough ladies. They have Becky versus Charlotte, which is big. They can do something with Sasha Banks and Bailey. They can have them face each other or make it perhaps
like
Sasha
a
Banks.
like a one in a lifetime match between
Yes,
two of them again, like like an awesome match.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. And then they can have Nia Jax versus someone like Alexa again. I don't mind seeing that
you don't.
evolution.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they also have the SmackDown ladies. I think they don't make a lot of the SmackDown one, but they have Naomi, who's very entertaining. Now they're just gonna put all of them in one Royal Rumble.
Is it? Is it?
Even Alanda Blaze is gonna be in the Royal Rumble.
Do they have the schedule ready for SmackDown? I'm gonna Google this quickly. Well, not
What
for
schedule
SmackDown, for
for
Evolution.
Evolution? I'm not sure, but I know Alanda Blaze is gonna be there. Michelle McCool, she's also gonna
Look,
be there.
and what about Layla? Where's
I don't.
Layla? Oh my!
I think she retired.
See, I told you Ronda Rousey was someone. Remember Nikki Bella? And I told you it's going to be Nikki Bella because why? Because remember I told you in the very beginning
Yes.
the Bellas and Ronda Rousey didn't make sense, and the way they were like just they actually played their character looked fishy to
Yeah.
me. Nikki
Yeah, it
Bella.
was like they just wanted to make them friends
Yeah.
so that Nikki can like turn on a stab in the back and become the heel.
But my prediction, I know we're going to do our predictions like the SmackDown before Evolution,
Yes,
but I know Rousey's going to beat Nikki. And I think they're going to carry on
obviously.
the feud. I think they're going to continue the
Or
feud.
or they make Nikki beat Ronda and have everyone just boo the hell out of it. Like that
At,
would
at
be,
that, well, they are officially bad guys, so I don't care. And
yeah. And then Nikki is a lot better wrestler than her sister Brie.
yeah, she's more
She,
entertaining. I just think that maybe Brie needs to step aside so Nikki can
Yeah.
actually be the bad guy. Remember the bad person she was a character, and people
Yeah.
booed her. Yeah, but it was she was likable.
Yes. Yes.
At the moment, she needs to strive to that again because the bad guy she's playing now, it's kind of like booing
But
because we don't want them here type thing.
yeah. Yes. But
So
I
yeah,
think if she can't remove Brie because then she won't look as a threatening opponent to um Ronda, because now it's 2-on-1. In the match, it's gonna be Nikki and then Brie on on the outside, and they're
yeah.
probably gonna try to have them dress alike so that Brie can come in and pin Ronda or something like that. Where like Nikki does
Disguises
a
herself. Well, Bella
yeah,
disguises herself.
yeah.
That would be freak, man.
They're probably gonna do something like that. But yeah, it would be fun to see.
I do it actually. Um,
There's so many
well,
ways they can make it very interesting.
they can, but I think that I don't know, man. Like if WWE had like a month or just one show of listening to the what we want, then sure, I think it would be way better. Like
Yeah, not what the fans want, what we and you and me personally want. Then it would be better.
that
Because
would be
most fans
awesome.
have bad ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was Ackerman Razor versus who was it? Versus oh yeah, it's Ackerman Razor versus El Conquistador. Or Conquistador.
Is this on Raw?
Yes,
How did I miss that match?
it was very quick.
Is this like a 205 type match or is this like actual
No,
Raw
it
people?
was, Kurt Angle um dressed himself as the luchador
Yeah,
El
yeah.
Conquistador in the one match. So they had Baron Corbin had Ackerman Razor face El Conquistador again, thinking it's Kurt Angle. But then they destroyed the guy, and it turned out it wasn't Kurt Angle.
Oh my word. That was mad. I mean, I know we said Baron Corbin is like why is he featured, but for some reason you can kind of start to like the guy. Like
Yeah,
he's
it's
stupid way.
funny.
Yeah.
Yes,
He's
exactly.
in his own way.
So then Angle came out and I think he gave Baron Corbin a Angle Slam.
But how did it look? Did it look like he's actually like the Kurt Angle back in the day or the Kurt Angle, the old guy?
He looked good because he just gave the Angle Slam and it looked good.
Yeah, okay. I'll see again
So
next row.
then it was the Riot Squad putting ketchup and what's this other stuff called mustard in Natalia's locker room.
Uh, going back. I like the backstage skits and that. That's like awesome.
Yeah. And then Natalia was like, yeah, she has backup. And then um no, I think it was first the match. No, Natalia said she has backup, and then Sasha Banks and Bailey came out. And Sasha Banks was returning from her, I think, I'm not sure how long she had an injury for, but she was returning after a few weeks.
What's that?
So then they were in a corner, and then Natalia and Ruby Riott had a match.
New one. Or like.
So s- Ru- Natalia had Ruby in a sharpshooter. Then Sarah Logan came in and was disqualified. So Natalia won by disqualification, and then um there was like a fight between everyone. Yeah.
Okay. So basically, like, there's no winners, just like one big
No,
brawl.
Natalia won
Okay.
because Sarah attacked first, so she won by disqualification, and then the fight happened. And then it was Elias.
Boo.
Um, I don't know. That was also a bit boring. I actually didn't see most of this part. I don't know why. I can't remember what happened. But Elias was interrupted by Apollo Crews. For yeah, that was surprising
And like
because
what?
he wasn't with Titus. It was just Apollo.
just him alone. But they
Yeah,
obviously sold together, right? Like Titus and Apollo, was it just like the
I
scene
don't
bit,
know.
nigga? Probably.
I think they're just breaking up.
Yeah, not cool. Was like the six-man tag match, was that like after this?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, it was. Okay. So I guess like throughout the night we saw Dean Ambrose and Rollins had like fights back and forth. But they seemed like pretty united during this match though. Don't you agree?
Yeah. Yes, so they just seem to be working together as usual, having a good match. Well, it was actually an exciting match. I enjoyed watching it.
Yeah, it was until they won, the Shield won, and then Strowman just like lost it.
Yeah, and then he destroyed Ziggler, and then no, it was in the match. Well, I'm not sure if it was in the match or after the match where Drew accidentally hit Braun Strowman in the corner, and
Yeah.
then they lost. And then again when Strowman hit Ziggler, McIntyre hit Braun Strowman with his what's his move again? The Claymore.
Wasn't it a drop kick?
It's a Claymore.
Oh, for some reason I thought he it was a drop kick.
No, his move is kind of like a drop kick, but
Okay, so maybe I just confused the two.
wh- I have a question. What move do you think is cooler, the Claymore or the what's the flying knee by Daniel Bryan? Because they're both more or less the same.
But the flying knee is more like for smaller guys.
Yeah, that's
and I
also true.
and I guess the claymore kick can be for both. But I think
Yeah,
like the bigger guy executed way better with longer legs.
yeah, yeah.
Like
And the thing is, it just looks more intense when Drew McIntyre does it because he's
yeah,
like this huge guy.
even with what big ass, even if he does the claymore kick, it will look awesome.
Yes,
Because like long legs, man. Like it's like yeah.
exactly.
I don't know,
But
but I think the claymore kick is better though. It's something new, and you can actually hear the effect of it over
and
the
it looks like
knee.
it
It's
breaks a person.
yes, it does. I'm sure it does.
But yeah, Drew McIntyre's a really good wrestler.
He is. I mean, we're not gonna see the old Drew that we wanted to before Vince
No,
McMahon, kind of.
no. I didn't like the old dude. Like when he was with
Vince McMahon was like,
3MB.
yeah,
With 3MB was a it looked like an idiot.
not no before 3MB, man.
Oh
Before,
no,
remember
but
when Vince was like
yeah,
riling him up, he's the best guy, and it was like really legit, like the best,
yeah.
like the next
But
best guy,
but
remember?
then he wasn't as good as he like in the ring. He wasn't that good, and he was annoying on the mic. I feel yeah, he shows like more maturity, looks like that, and he wrestles like that guy that
Like
Vince
the champ.
McMahon said he was in the beginning.
I guess the timing was bad then.
Mm.
Different era. Cool.
Because now it's just like bam bam, beating
Hitting your man
guys, kicking
everywhere
ass
left.
and
Right.
taking
I
names.
mean, he like destroyed. I wouldn't say destroyed, but he knocked out Strowman. But then Strowman stood up and he kind of wanted to walk back, but then he just continued walking.
Yeah,
So that would be an
yeah,
awesome
that was
feud, though. Strowman and McIntyre.
Roman and yeah, I agree. Like if they do it right, it will be
Yeah, if
really
they do it
cool.
right.
But the thing is, who takes the loss in the feud?
Um, I think Strowman is going to because he's a bigger guy. I
But
don't know, man. WWE always make a way to look like the smaller guy to be like the hero. But I
mm,
don't know, but
but both of
sometimes,
them are bad guys as well. Like it would have been better if there was never like a Strowman, McIntyre, Ziggler like combination. Like if they just had, say for instance, McIntyre and Seth Rollins feud for the IC title, and Strowman and Ambrose maybe feuding, then it would have been better because then it would have been split.
yeah, I agree with you though. But I think like we shouldn't downplay like Dolph Ziggler either. Like he was
Yeah,
kind
he's
of
also
like a good like
like he can. I would like to see him feud with Reigns.
and Dolph Ziggler.
Yes,
I don't
and
know.
have
I don't
Dolph
think I
Ziggler
want to
just
see
like
that.
out wrestle him.
I don't want to see that. I'm sorry, I don't.
Ziggler
I
just
don't want.
showing off his.
Yeah, I think it
Okay,
would.
okay, so that's the end of our Raw review. If one is okay and 17 is it sucks, then I'll give it 3 stars. What would you give it out of 5?
Well, you said if one is okay.
No, disregard that. 5 out of 5 stars, how many would you give it?
Look, Raw, I'll always give 2.5. I don't know.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, it's I'm more excited to watch SmackDown.
yeah, I'll give it a 3.
Okay.
Give it a cup. Okay, are we going straight into SmackDown or?
No, let's do like a separate like show, man. We wanna like I don't know what you wanna do.